What's going on, guys? It's Between the Ropes podcast, and today we'll be talking about Forbidden Door and AEW and New Japan Wrestling. It was like a mix. The first pre-show match I saw was the last one that was in the pre-show. I'm not really sure if there was multiple of them. I don't know if there was multiple pre-show matches, but it was the Bullet Club War Dogs and Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Tashabi. I don't know how to say his name. I don't know his name. Yeah. They're the Trios champions for the Trios champion. The Samoa Joe retained. Their team retained. That is not sponsored, by the way. But yeah, so that was like the first pre-show match. It was alright. It was good for a pre-show match. I mean, that's what I'm gonna be honest with you about. It was good for a pre-show match. So that was cool. And then we had Kill Switch versus the best, the second best, third best tag team of all time, Edge and Christian. Now, you might be asking, who's the first best and the second best? Well, the first best is the Hardy Boys. I met them about a month ago. And then the Dudleys. And then it's Edge and Christian. So pretty soon that can's gonna be gone, so you don't have to see me sipping it. But so it was a good match, to be honest with you. It was a great match. I loved watching Edge and Christian back together. That was great to watch. I loved it, every part of it. And Edge and Christian, it's Adam Copeland, but I'm just calling him Edge. They came on top, and they got their W. Sorry, phone camera fell, but we're gonna have a talk. We're gonna talk about contracts pretty soon here. I said that about 2 weeks ago, and we never did. So we still need to do that. So that was a really good match. Another thing I want to add in, these pay-per-views are way too long. I think that pay-per-view was 4 hours. 4 hours. It shouldn't be 4 hours. It really shouldn't be 4 hours. It should be like 3 max. Like, there's a couple matches in here you don't need. I'll get to it later. I'll tell you the matches that you don't need. But so then we had Kyle Fletcher versus sorry if I'm not saying this right. Kurama Masui, something like that. I think he was from New Japan. It was overall a really good match. No. This wasn't. See, I thought it was going to be a really good match. That's what I meant to say. I thought it was going to be a really good match. It wasn't too great, though. Kyle Fletcher retained, which is good. He should. If he didn't retain, I might go off on AEW because they keep changing the TNT champion. But as much as you'd think it would be good, it wasn't that great. I mean, it really wasn't the best thing you could have saw. And Kyle Fletcher's a really good in-ring wrestler. Really, really good. But for some reason, I don't know, it just wasn't the best. again, the reason why it's probably the best. It'd probably be better than the WWE main event, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, like, that would probably be like a main event type of match. Like, how long they had each match. You could have the same amount of matches. Make them shorter. Make them shorter. You know? And each match was like 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. You don't need that much. You need 15 minutes for like good matches. You need 25 minutes for MJF versus Adam Page. Hangman. You needed like 45 minutes for the last match. That's how much you use about, I don't know. Then you had, after the Kyle Fletcher match, Kyle Fletcher retained, by the way. It was great. It was like, I don't understand why they gave Dustin Rhodes the title. I don't know why. But then you had the Fatal 4-Way match between all the girls. I want to say that's Alex Weiser. I wrote this all in Sharpie. My handwriting's super bad. So, that's why I'm not pronouncing. I'm not really familiar with AEW that much. I watch their pay-per-views, and that's about it. I used to watch them back in 2021, 2022, 2020, 2019. Those 3 or 4 years, I didn't watch WWE at all, besides, like, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, maybe, like, all that stuff. It's kind of like flipped around now. Now I watch WWE every single week, and I watch AEW. I try to watch AEW every week, but I can't. I never do. I watch it every once in a while, and I watch, and I remember, because I tried to watch it. It was like 2022. I turned it on. And it was Nikki Cross as the Superman version. And you know what I said to myself? I said, what are they doing? Now, I didn't understand the character. The character was good now, looking back at it, when she won the Money in the Bank and stuff. But I thought, what kind of costume is this? Like, seriously. This looks like someone who dressed up for Halloween. But now I kind of understand it, looking back at it. Yeah, but then, that's what I was saying, was Alex Weiger. I'm not saying that right, I know I'm not. And I don't even know if that says Alex or not. I don't think it does, but okay. Versus Mercedes Renee, the TBS champion. Bozilla. And then Persona. I don't know. For the TBS champion. It was a pretty good match. The one girl's... Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. The video just cut for some reason. But as I was in the middle of the Mercedes Moné fight, slash Sasha Banks. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about. She's too many champions, to be honest with you. I don't know. She's just stupid. But, yeah, she won. She retained. I don't think it was the right... What was I going to say? Right people in the match for her. So, I feel like it should have been different people. Like, I feel like it could have been, like, I don't know. But, yeah, Mercedes retained. It was a good match. It was a solid, good match. So then, you had Zachary versus Nigel N. And then it was, I don't know what this match is, to be honest with you. Oh, it was a tag team match. So the tag team... Sorry about if you hear my parents in the background yelling. They're not actually yelling at each other. They're just saying, go sweep the boys' bathroom or something like that. I don't know. Because our house is, like, wide and big. So they have to, like, scream so they can hear each other. But, so the Hurt were the tag team champions. They versed Brody King and Fandango or something like that. I can't think. But Brody King and them won. It was actually a really good match. It was a really, really good match. FTR also was in the match. So it was FTR versus The Hurt versus Brody King and his other partner. I forget his freaking name. I'm mad at that. But yeah, it was a good match. Seriously, it was a really good match. What I don't understand, what I don't like, is that, I do not like that the matches, again, they either drag or they're super good. This match was really good. But, the Kyle Fletcher match dragged. It dragged a lot. And that's what I mean. Like, there's too many matches. Like, I feel like WWE has a good amount of matches, to be honest with you. But they just don't have... I feel like... I don't know. Their fighting's not good in WWE. Yeah, so you had that, and Brody King and his partner won. It was a good show. Good match, I meant. Then you had Swerve versus I'm blanking, guys. He's like top 3 New Japan wrestler of all time. He's the Unified Champion. Always call him the Unified Champion. I think his name's... It's hard to remember all these New Japan guys' names, because... Except for Ospreay. But, because, I don't know, they're just super long and weird. So, yeah, yeah, so Unified Champ retained, obviously. Swerve, it was really good. It's probably do we want to give him? I'd say, I don't know. There's like 3 matches of the night. It's that one, MJF's, and the main event, I feel. But yeah, that was a really good match. I'd give it like a 4-star out of 5. I haven't been giving stars because I don't really want to, because they're all about the same. But yeah, it was a really good match. I think, he shouldn't have 3 champions. Then at the end of the match, he beat him up. He put the steel steps and got a chair and started whacking him with it. And then Wardlow came back, which is insane. My brother's dad is friends with Wardlow. They've hung out. When Wardlow was in the Indies, we used to go to all these indie shows, and his dad used to go to we used to go there, and yeah, he hung out with them sometimes because he has a friend named Sam Adonis, and he's cool. He's a good wrestler. And then before we get to the next match, this crowd was insane. It was really good. The fans, I would give them a 9 out of 10 total because there's still room for improvement. Maybe 8.7, something in the vicinity of that, because there's still room for improvement, but they're really, really, really good. And it was, of course, an international crowd, so that made sense. The best crowd I've ever saw was Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Okay, and then the next match was Timeless Toni Storm versus Ember Moon. Now, she isn't Ember Moon anymore, but I just call her that 'cause that's what her WWE and NXT name was. by the way, her NXT theme song, top 10 of all time. Maybe top 5. It was actually really good match. It was for the world. It was for the world AEW World Champion, Women's Champion. So it was a good match. I loved seeing Timeless Sunny Storm fight. She's one of my favorites to see fight. So it was a great match to watch. I mean, you can't really get any better than that. I mean, it was a pretty good match. Then you had MJF versus Hangman Adam Page. Now this is one of the matches of the nights for me, because this match was so freaking good. The storytelling in this match was so good. It was so good. And, so basically, they were fighting for a while. Then MJF kept doing all these tricks and making all these tricks so he could hit Hangman Adam Page with all these things and be dirty. And the one time he used his contract, so he has a contract right now for AEW World Championship. Now, you might be thinking, well, didn't he just use it? Nope. He still has it. And my take on that, I think he's going to wait for a while. I think he's going to wait for a while to cash that thing in. A long time to cash that thing in. Because I think they're going to feud, but, he's going to interrupt them, and he's going to tease it, and then maybe, I don't know, or maybe he just does it all out, and he just, does it real quick, but I don't know. Maybe he does it after a match, like a Money in the Bank type of thing. I don't know what he's going to do. It was a really good match. Hangman Adam Page, of course, won. So, what happened was, basically, earlier in the match, MJF threw Champion in there, so the ref would have to pick it up and take it out. And so he had his contract in his hand, and he hit him over the head with it. And then he pinned him. 1, 2, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, point 6, point 7, point 8, point 9. Kick out. So sick. And then MJF got distracted because I'm blanking today, guys. Because someone came out. I love that guy. His brother passed away. Rest in peace. But then he got distracted, and then the ref was like, MJF pushed Hangman Adam Page into the ref, so the ref was hurt, and then Hangman Adam Page as he was distracted, he got the contract and hit it over MJF, and then hit his signature move, 1, 2, 3, ding ding ding, and he retains. So then, the main event, lights out match in the cage. It was the Death Riders versus, I'm going to name as many as I can. Darby Allin, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, and that's about it. Because the other two guys are from New Japan Pro Wrestling. One's one of the best of all time, and he's retiring on January 4th. And I don't know the other guy. The one guy, I think the guy who, I'll get to that later. But, it was really good. I loved the Death Riders entrance. It was so good. It was so freaking good. The Death Riders entrance was so good because, I don't know, it was just really, really good. And then, basically, so the match got started. It was insane. I mean, everything in the books, they handcuffed Jon Moxley and Darby Allin together. Darby Allin went flying through tables. His ear, literally, they put, Jon Moxley made his ear go, in half. It was insane. And so, basically, it was a great match. I love how they do these death matches and actually use blood and stuff like that. Because I like that. I like that in wrestling. That's real wrestling. I mean, and you can't say that's fake. You're seeing it happen right there. When Jon Moxley got stabbed in the head by a fork, that was real. Can't fake that. It was a really good match. Then, at the end, the Death Riders came back, which I did not like this, and injured Will Ospreay. they put his head in a chair and hit it. I didn't like that. See, I just didn't like it. It wasn't good. I don't like that kind of stuff. I mean, that's where you mess up. Have someone return. Have someone come out. You know, like, if you're going to do this stupid stuff, have someone come out and help Will Ospreay. Stupid. No one came out to help him. Makes no sense. So they had this, like, big thing at the end where he was, like, injured, and he's probably going to be out for a while. He's probably going to be out until All In next year, so that's stupid. He could go to the WWE. That'd be cool. Another thing people were saying, the only way Jon Moxley comes back to the WWE is if the Shield goes into the Hall of Fame, which he will be there for that. But not, bro, just because he's in AEW right now, it doesn't mean he's never coming back. Everyone thought Cody Rhodes was never coming back to WWE. Guess look where he is now. Everyone said Brock Lesnar's never coming back to WWE. Look where he is now. I hate that. I hate that Brock Lesnar is back because I like him. I love Brock Lesnar. I like his matches. He doesn't show up though. He hasn't been to one SmackDown. He won't even show up the SmackDown before WrestlePalooza. He'll just go to WrestlePalooza. He'll be quiet and never show up. It's so stupid. And then, oh yeah, like I was saying with Jon Moxley, that's not the only way he comes back. His contract ends in 2027. He could definitely come back then. Definitely. Which I hope he does. I think Edge, I can't say that. This is for the contract video, not this video. But, Darby's team won. Kenny Omega's team won. Will Ospreay's team won. Whatever you want to say. Will Ospreay fought in his hometown. That was pretty cool. So, everyone, was going home country. Everyone was going crazy. So, yeah, that was cool. It was a good pay-per-view. I'd rate it a 3.5 star out of 5 for a pay-per-view in AEW. It disappointed me a little bit because it was too long. You lose interest after 4 hours. Speaking of that, I'm going to watch, right now, I'm going to watch Javon Evans and Obafemi fight because I need to watch that. And I hope Javon Evans wins. By the time this video is out, it'll already be said and done. But yeah, next video, we'll probably be on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. And that'll be released on Tuesday, probably. And then on Thursday or Wednesday, I'll make a contract video. I'll try to. And then I'll put this on Thursday or something like that. And then we might do Friday Night SmackDown. I'm sorry we didn't do Friday Night SmackDown or Monday Night Raw last week. We were away when Monday Night Raw was. We were in Ohio, pal, and we couldn't do it. And then SmackDown, it was just so bad I couldn't even do it. SmackDown was the worst SmackDown of all time. That was the worst SmackDown. Why do you have... This makes no sense to me. You know what you should do? You should make the main event Tiffany. If you're going to make a main event, the women's. No, nothing against the women's wrestling. Don't make it a tag team match. Make it a singles match for the champion. That just makes sense. Like, it's so stupid. They should have made Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton, winner takes all, and they should have made either Tiffany Stratton win or DQ. And that would just make sense. It would be a good match, too. But they have to put, what's stupid is they put freaking Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill together, and they just wrestled each other. It's so stupid. It's like enemies paired together to versus other enemies that pair together. It just doesn't make sense. It's so stupid, bro. It's the stupidest thing ever. SmackDown sucked. There should only be one show. One show. There should be 2 shows for WWE. It should be 1 show. Because right now, SmackDown's so bad. I remember when 2016, SmackDown Live was so much better than Raw. I'm just done. This is the Between the Ropes podcast, and see you soon. We out.